My final game for today is the game I already literally talked about, which is Coral Island. And it is a game made by Stairway Games, which is a studio based in Indonesia, but they're made with developers and artists all around the world. And you see that in the game with lots of different kinds of people and very representative, literally every sort of person you can imagine under the sun, which is why I loved it. And it's this game where you're like in paradise, right? It's not like Stardew Valley or Harvest Moon, where in Coral Island you're like the typical scene of these farming life sim games. You're on a boat. Oh my god, my uncle left me a farm. Yay! And you go and like, oh my god, this farm is really shitty. But no, in Coral Island you just go there and this is beautiful Hawaii-esque, but it's in Indonesia, so it's probably Bali, right? And it's a beautiful blue ocean, and you've got palm trees, and you've got nice, amazing people, and everyone's kind and caring. And I'm like, oh god, I wish I could swap my life with this game right now. But yeah, it was a game. I mean, it was a very storied game. Go back and watch some of the old episodes, but these guys were published by Humble Bundle, as Humble Bundle Games shut down. So Coral Island is, to me, it is the epitome of a farming game, a farming life sim game. Beautiful graphics. It is what other games should try and beat, to be all honesty. I think when I was researching for the show, I was like, okay, let me check out what is the most hours I put in on the Switch, most hours I put on Steam, and this is up there in my 16 years of being on Steam. Coral Island is one of the games I spent the most hours in, and it's not that many for me, of course. It's 70 hours or so, roughly. But yeah, I mean, sum it up, go to a place, do some farming stuff. You get to raise animals, you get to harvest crops, you get to develop your own little economy, you get to get married, you get to have kids. It is a long game. I stopped towards the end game for some reason, I don't remember why. Because the end game get towards the goals like just require you to spend more time. And it was a beautiful place, and it's still, there's a lot of things it did right. Like sometimes in these sort of games, when you go to talk to Antoine, like if he was an NPC in the game, Antoine will say, hey, this thing. And then after 10 times of talking to Antoine, it's like, oh yeah, it's the same dialogue all the time, man. In Coral Island, they have a lot of dialogue. It's not voiced, but you never see the same sort of text. In 70 hours, I think I saw the same. No, I've never saw the same sort of text talking to the regular people you talk to. But it is a game that I think I talked about this in another video as well. I can see this going into the future where you have like a mini AI model in a life sim game where, okay, here's all the dialogue, and this dialogue can go on and on forever, and it becomes this single player experience, and that is honestly what I'm looking forward to as the second game. They just released an update with some new content, but mostly it's quality of life stuff. But if you're looking for some game and you're like, oh my god, I don't really like to play pixel games, because I know some people do feel like that. My older brother, some other YouTubers that follow online, Coral Island is definitely a good life sim farming game for you to start. Very relaxing, very cozy, very beautiful. It's a game I recommend to pretty much everyone who's into this sort of game.